Hey, what up, son? It's Hansel here, and welcome to episode 11 of Playing with Fire. Alright, so it seems like you guys want some more 3v3 arena commentary, so today I'm back with some Fire God comp. And in this game we're facing LSD 2.0, which consists of Fatal and Laser X. They're both really great players, and Fatal actually used to be the rank 1 Warlock on the Cyclone battle group. But anyways, let's get started on this commentary. Right here I try to stop the gateway, but it's pretty much impossible to stop a gateway on this map because, you know, the distance is way too far and the Boomy not be back too. And right here my Infernal Blast is coming back up and I get a hot streak proc right here, so it's our chance to burst. I'm gonna deep the Boomy here, a full hex on the Warlock and a silence goes on the Pally. The Boomy barkskins it, but this is a really great opener for us because we triple CC them. I'm gonna get a full Dragon's Breath into a half Poly on the Warlock. The Warlock gets dispelled into a full Fear from our Priest. The Boomy also trinkets that Fear, and we're going to continue putting some pressure on the Boomy here. I'm going to full sheep the Pally and blink the Hajj. Right here, our Shaman actually Aura Masteries the Solar Beam, which is a really good...
Aura Mastery the fucking Solar Beam! Get fucked!
Right here, the Pally trinkets the Frost Drop, pops Guardian, and tops himself off. So instead, I decide to swap to the Boomy and get some dots on him. The lock fears me, and I will have Forsaken it, then get full clone. So I probably shouldn't have willed that because it puts my trinket on cooldown, therefore I can't trinket the clone. But anyways, the enemy Pally takes the gateway to avoid fears coming from my Priest and tries to get some CCs on our Shaman. Our Shaman gets a full hex on the lock once again, but then the Pally Hodges the Shaman full. Our Priest unfortunately can't MD him, but he disperses instead. I full deep the Pally here, get some counter pressure into him. I combust out into full blanket silence. Our Priest gets a double Fear on the Pally and the lock. There's so much pressure going on their team right now. Full silence, half silence on the Pally right here. Pally takes the gateway back to his original position. I get feared. I'm not going to trinket it this time. Instead, I wait for the clone. I get full cloned and I trinket the clone. I try to get back to the Pally. Unfortunately, our Priest can't connect to the Pally with us right now. But I'm pretty confident that I can solo this Pally alone. Because as a mage, you can easily solo a Pally once their bubble and trinket is down. So right here, I clean his buffs. I get a full deep freeze onto him. And pop my one-shot macro. And right there, it's GG, son.
Oh my god.
Alright, so in this game we're fighting the same comp once again, but instead on the 12-year arena. And me personally, I like fighting them on this map because there's no tomb in the middle of the map that the Pally can line of sight. And when there's pillars, you can easily just do one blink and you'll get in their line. So here I'm going to actually blink the Typhoon instantly and lock the gateway. So here the Priest and I fully got the Boomy so we can set up some damage into him. I'm going to spell steal Freedom so I can freely Nova him into a full deep freeze. Our Priest silences the Pally so he can't dispel the deep freeze. I deep the Boomy, combust him, and he barkins it instantly. It's fine though because we still got him to about 10%, which is okay. I breath the Boomy and pull back a little, reapply my barriers, and wait for my next pyro proc. Here I get my pyro proc and start dotting the lock, but it seems like the enemy team's gonna try to push in on our Shaman. The Pally full hodges the Shaman and our Shaman instantly trinkets it. I'm gonna try to frost shot the Pally here, but he lines me. I should have positioned myself better there, but it's okay. The Pally still continues to pillar hump, so I say fuck it and I just start dotting the DPS here. But once my pyro proc comes back up, I'm definitely gonna swap Pally though. I want to get his trinket so I can score a kill after the bubble as well. Right here the Pally's fully dotted, so this is a perfect time for me to deep freeze him, but unfortunately he freezes before I can get the deep off. I breath him and get full clone. I trinket it and continue to put some pressure into him without the deep freeze. I push in alone, which is not a great idea because then the Shaman has to overextend to heal me as well, which leaves him open for CCs. So I'm going to pull back a little bit here instead. The Fear breaks and I blink back to our original position. Alright, so right here, our Priest gets a full Fear on the Boomy, so that means I'm going to free cast a Polymorph on the Pally. The Pally gets full sheep, so this is our chance to get some damage on this Boomy. Even though he still has Barkskin up, I'm going to deep him anyways, because we might get a trinket or get some damage going. So the Boomy actually does trinket it, the Priest silences out of my Poly, and he instantly bubbles it. So that was actually a really good deep freeze. Even though we weren't able to get a lot of damage out, we still got the trinkets and such. The Warlock is actually trying to pop Demon Soul and solo our Shaman, but he fails to do so. So I Dragon's Breath to sheep him for peels, while our Shaman tries to top himself off right here. Right here I'm going to get another Pyro proc, fully dot the Boomy, and just pump those Pyros into him. Since I have an Infernal Blast proc and I see the Pally has already freedomed, I'm going to try to deep him right here and score a kill. I deep freeze him, pop my one-shot macro into him, and the Pally underestimates Fire's damage and doesn't trinket it till the last second.